So this time we're taking a look at the last figure out of this second wave of Series 4, figure number 11, and that's going to be Beta Ray Bill. Taking a look at the back of the package here, and see the little write-up, and you can see the little rocket raccoon and his little quip. You really wouldn't know that unless you read the Annihilators miniseries. You'd get that joke. But it's neat that they did that. And of course, he comes with the little reproduction of the comic. Now, being a Thor fan and a Walt Simonson fan, I can tell you right off the bat, this is Thor number 337, and this is the first appearance of Beta Ray Bill, and I could tell you that because it's a fairly iconic cover, even if you couldn't make it out the number from the actual print. It's the first of these that I've seen the actual number and information that they've kept on the side there. Changes. I don't really get why they include these things, but I guess they felt they had to do something after eliminating the bases. Getting into the figure here, Beta Ray Bill is very neat. He's got some neat features and some not so neat. One thing that off the bat that I do not like is the cape. I realized they had to do it somehow, and I guess this was the best option, but his little shoulder pads here and the cape are one piece, and they just peg into his back there, and you see those two holes, and it stays in there pretty well. Unfortunately, that leads to his shoulder pads, which are supposed to be part of his armor here. They kind of have this really floating effect that they're not supposed to have. And that's unfortunate, but I understand why they did that, because they wanted to have him have a pretty much full range of motion in his arms, and any other way and they would have really severely reduced that. So I guess it's a nice trade-off. So he comes with, of course, his version of Mjolnir, and that is Stormbreaker. And if you don't know about Beta Ray Bill and missed the bio or information on the back of the thing, basically what happened is he was noble enough to pick up Thor's hammer and gain his powers. And Odin was so impressed by this fact that when there was a question of who was going to keep the hammer, Thor or Beta Ray Bill, Odin commissioned another hammer exactly with the same properties as Mjolnir to give to Beta Ray Bill, and he's used that one ever since. The cape here does make him a little bit back heavy, but another plus is that it also does kind of help him stand up. If you just lean him back here, it does pretty much act as a stand for the figure. So even in some other poses too, it can help him stand up. Now for articulation, he does have some fairly standard points of articulation for Marvel Universe figures, but he has some unique ones as well. First is his mouth. His lower jaw does move up and down. His Marvel Legends figure does that as well. He really doesn't lose much articulation to that, but he does lose the ability to kind of look down. But he does look up still quite a bit, and left and right, as well as side to side. So you still get some good articulation there. Some is sacrificed to having the opening mouth. Like I said, his arms do go all the way around. They go out and in, rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and rotate at the wrist. He's got upper torso articulation, left and right, side to side a little bit, as well as forward and back. He does have, actually, waist articulation. You move his belt up, and you can see that he has waist articulation as well. At the hips, he goes forward and back and out to the side a little bit. He rotates at the mid-thigh, which is kind of neat. He does have double knee joints, but they are a little bit stiff there, especially the upper part of the joint there. And his ankles just rotate and go forward and back slightly, just because of the way the bottom of the leg there is sculpted. Overall, very good figure, and one of the ones that I was really excited for in this wave. And you get a member of the Annihilators and a cosmic hero. So that'll do it for Beta Ray Bill and for this wave of figures, the second wave in Series 4. And stay tuned, because I will be getting all of the next wave as well, and hopefully that'll be in a couple of months, or even a couple of weeks maybe. I think September is coming closer. And until my next video, I'll see you.